it's Miss Heather here at the Conservatory of the Ozarks with
Berniece.
It's Bernice's voice lesson, and I want Bernice to master a new skill, which we have not really talked about yet, I don't think. And this is a skill that's very difficult to master, and it makes a big change in your sound. So, it's kind of scary, kind of exciting. So this skill, we have this ring light turned up as bright as it will go, which is kind of annoying, but it's going to be really useful. This skill is lifting your soft palate when you choose to lift your soft palate. So like being able to decide, I'm going to lift my soft palate right now and open up my sound more so I can sing this high note more freely. So we all lift up our soft palate involuntarily when we yawn. So we could first practice yawning.
Or Zazie.
When I was in college, my teacher, Mrs. Ruffin, actually had yawning on my practice chart. Because it is kind of the perfect shape for singing. Our jaw goes down, our teeth go apart, and our soft palate goes up. So if you are talking, your voice sounds like this, and then if you yawn, all of a sudden it's like your voice really changes, and then when you stop yawning, it goes away, it goes back to normal. So we want to be able to do that at will, like I just did. It's pretty easy for me now, usually. But at first, oh my goodness, I could not figure this out. So this is your soft palate. You can kind of see it if you look inside because you can see your uvula, the little dangly deal at the back of your throat. Huh? That's a lifted soft palate. You see how far up my soft palate went? Now I'm going to try and open without lifting. Can you see the difference?
I think.
That's down. You see how you don't see the uvula really even because it's so far down? Now I'm going to try and start with the down and lift it. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Let's try again, just in case. This is the third time I'm doing this, and every time people are like, I can't really see your soft palate.
Yeah,
I'm going to just step in the middle and block you out. Sorry.
Okay.
But
Okay.
then you can look at this at home anytime you want. So here's down, hopefully. And then back down. It's really hard to film it, I think, and to see it because it's so dark in there. So those of you who have been watching these soft palate videos and asking for new videos, let me know if that one was good enough or not. I think I found a flashlight to bring for it, and then I forgot where I put the flashlight, so because I can't turn the flashlight on my phone while I'm filming. But I thought this ring light my student Cinda gave me would be perfect. So now let's practice this together. So just a normal mouth. Notice how that feels. And let's make a sound. And to me, I mean, we're not really opening the front of our mouths either, but when the back of our mouth is not very open, it sounds, to me, I would describe it as a shallow sound. It kind of sounds how it looks. Like kind of stagnant, not very beautiful. And that's a sad thing. So then if we lift our soft palate up, let's just practice lifting it. Do you want to look in there and see if you can see if it's going up? So I've heard people say things like, pretend somebody just shoved a golf ball in your mouth, or pretend somebody shoved an apple in your mouth, or there's a knife poking under. So your soft palate is located in a certain place, and it's good to know that too. In the front, if you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth, it's hard. Do you feel that? That's your hard palate. You can't move because it's hard. But if you slide the tip of your tongue backwards towards your uvula, towards your throat, do you feel how it suddenly gets soft and squishy? That is your soft palate, called the soft palate because it's soft.
Okay.
So the soft palate, because it's soft, it can move. It can go up. And we want to stretch that up and stretch our whole throat open.
Just like when we yawn.
Because it makes for a more beautiful sound. It makes sense if you think about it. Like if you think of what a sound wave looks like, if you could see it.
Mm-hmm.
I always love this example. It's like if you tried to bounce a basketball on top of your squishy, soft bed. It doesn't really bounce. But if you bounce it on hard asphalt, it's like it's bouncing way up. You can't even stop it, you know? So we have these soft, squishy tissues in our mouth. Okay, built with our tongue, like very soft and squishy, everything in there. So we're going to pull everything taut. And when they're stretched, they're a little more firm. And then we also, at the same time, create a dome up here on the inside. Like if we could cut our head in half and see, we'd have a dome here. And if you think of it, that's how they build cathedrals. Why did they build them like that? Not just for the looks. It's because the choir is singing. They didn't have electronic amplification. So the sound waves go up into the dome, spin around before they come out of your mouth. Just like in a cathedral, it makes for a more beautiful sound. I'm not an expert in acoustics or whatever, so I don't know if I'm explaining it exactly right, but something along those lines. So we're always wanting to create this sort of bullhorn shape inside of our mouth, just like what cheerleaders use, because it amplifies the sound and it also makes the sound more beautiful. So a loud sound isn't necessarily more desirable than a soft sound, but you should be able to produce loud sounds, because if you can't, then you're really limited in your dynamic range. So this can make a bigger sound, it can make a higher sound more easily. So let's try now stretching up again. Look at there. And then down. Up. And down. Can you look in here and do it so I can see it too? You can go in the middle if you want to. Can you see you feel it go up? And we want to keep the tip of the tongue down for every vowel. Such a weird thing to do. Voice lessons are a really strange thing. But this is like the one part of our vocal tract that we can actually see, so that's kind of nice because we can't usually see our larynx in action, unfortunately. So now let's make that closed sound again. Our teeth are like barely apart. Our lips are barely apart. Our soft palate is down. Now try not to change anything, not the pitch, not the volume, but we're just only going to change dropping the front jaw down. I mean, to me that already sounds better, more beautiful. So let's go closed. Open the jaw. Already better. Now, step 3, let's drop the jaw and lift the soft palate. So, it's kind of more of a sleepy sound to me. That's how it sounds, I think, probably because that's how you sound when you're tired. It's like, oh man. And then there's a little bit more to it than this, but this is like the first step, just being able to choose to lift it when you sing certain notes. So let's try it again. Do you feel it going up? I can hear the change in your sound. Now, of course, the next thing is how to send the sound forward. Some people like to teach something called placement. But we'll talk about that at a different time. So this is just a simple thing you can practice this week. So you can experiment with the closed, open jaw, and then open soft, or lift your soft palate. I also feel like lifting my soft palate helps me remember to inhale more fully and more deeply. So we want the air to come into our lower lungs. And you should, when you're singing, hopefully you inhale usually on an ah vowel sound, or an ah vowel shape. I mean, like a pretty open. It should be pretty silent because it's so open. There's no sound of. There's no sounds happening because those sounds indicate tension. It's like a squeezed tube here, and the air can't get in as easily. Oh, that hurts my throat to do that. So we want to open. Oh, that's already the shape. That inhale is already the perfect shape. So nice tall ah, dropped jaw, lifted soft palate. We inhale down low, and then we just allow the sound to come out. Ah. Yeah. Do you have any questions?
I don't think so.
I feel
That was
like you found
great.
your soft palate
That was
today.
great. Yeah. Thank you.
So we just did singing stretches, and that already made a more free tone quality for Berniece, which made me feel so happy. So hopefully this will improve it even more. It usually, for most people, the soft palate is the answer to going to the next level with your tone quality. And it's so hard. A lot of people never do master it. A lot of people can learn to open the jaw and can learn to do vocal exercises to strengthen their tone. But the soft palate is tricky. It's because you can't see it as easily as you can see. Is my mouth open? Are my teeth touching? Is my tongue down? Like, those are really easy to see. So, all right. 2 thumbs up for the soft palate.